My name is Ryan and welcome to the second of these fucking things, the weekly update channel, update, vlog, update channel thing. You'll understand, I really don't know what to term it because I don't know whether I'm doing a vlog, I don't know whether I'm telling you what's happened in the last week or giving you a channel update because guess what? In most cases those are one and the same. Although at the end of this there will be one thing that I mention. By the way, again, list. Oh yes, I'm a big fan of the organizational stuff. As long as you don't look at the rest of my desk. Yeah, there's gonna be one thing at the end that is more vlog than channel update. Feel free to skip out if you're not interested in that. Okay, what are we starting off with? As my phone vibrated on my desk, and I'm not a huge fan of that happening when I'm recording at all, so I decided to throw it behind me. Usually you don't see that, but sometimes you do. Alright, so, just so that I can look at the camera, force myself to look at the... No, wait, it's in the shot! Okay, so, Hearthstone Arena Gap Policy. So, last channel update, I asked you for some suggestions on what I should do with the Hearthstone Arena episodes. A lot of people said just publish them all at once so I can devour them. In fact, yeah, a few people did say that. And then there were a few people saying, oh, just put them on private and then tweet out links to them. I decided to say, nah, fuck all that. With no offense intended, and I've decided to do something else with them. You might have realized earlier in this week, I believe on Wednesday afternoon, one of them got published in place of a standard run. That's not my plan. My plan is not for that to have happen. I mean, GVG just came out. I need to put out GVG content. I'm completely aware of that. But what ended up happening is, because the Blizzard servers were down and then I had to, you know, record, edit, upload, render, upload, do metadata and all of that type of stuff, I didn't end up with enough time to actually have the Priest Arena ready for that night. The Priest Arena being Shrinkmeister Shenanigans episode 128, which ended up going on Friday morning. So instead, just to plug that gap in the schedule, I just put Hearthstone Arena in there, just one of the old episodes. By the way, I did make a thumbnail for it, but YouTube seems to have fucked that up. I'll continually try and update that thumbnail until it works. It's basically just the Hearthstone Arena thumbnail in sepia tone, just so that at a quick glance you can tell, no, that's an old episode, you know, so that no one clicks on it and goes, where are all the GVG cards? Anyhow, basically, anytime I have a gap in my schedule, I'm just gonna plug it with Hearthstone Arena. The old versions, that is, and well, I only publish one video on Sunday, so why don't I just put it at the end of Sunday, right? That's an easy gap to plug, especially considering there's only like, I think 6 more of them. One of them's going to be coming out about 8 hours from when this video is uploaded, if I remember correctly. It depends, I'm changing up my timing schedule as well. Anyway, there's going to be another Hearthstone Arena out from the old set really soon. It's a Shaman run, which actually reminds me, the Shaman run in that was a request, which it just dawned on me. A lot of people asked for request type stuff. If you asked for a request and I seem to be ignoring it in the GVG runs, don't worry, I did the request, but I did it in the pre-GVG, so I was like, yeah, I've done that request. Except it never got published, so I'm sorry if it looked like I ignored your request. It's probably going to come out at some point in the future, if I have a patchy schedule at some point. Excellent, so now, smoothest segue ever, let's talk about Hearthstone Ranked. So I did say, well, I teased it for a while and then I said, yeah, straight up, I'm just going to do a Hearthstone Ranked series for GVG. And yes, I am going to be doing that. When's it coming out? That's a good question, isn't it? I mean, it seems like it should be out by now. Good news! It'll probably be out in an hour or two after this video goes live. At most, it'll be out 4 hours after this video goes live. Again, I'm just working around timing because, as I'm about to say, I'm about to start publishing 3 videos a day because Hearthstone Ranked is going to be out every single day. So I used to work around, here's the American time zone, here's the Australian time zone, I put one in each, but now I want to work around here's like the Scandinavian primetime zone, because that also goes straight through Germany, you know, the Australian primetime zone, and then the American primetime zone, and I haven't figured all of that type of stuff out yet. So stay tuned as to the channel, not to this video. You can leave if you'd like. Please don't, though. Because I'm gonna be changing that schedule up, and it'll change for the releases today, but I'll officially announce exactly what ended up happening with that schedule on my Twitter that day, and also then the next channel update video, because I really haven't had time to work that stuff out, because I've been fucking run off my feet, to be completely honest. Okay, next up, comments and replies. Google Plus hates you all. Well, no, not all of you. It hates you, Mr. Strumpet, it hates Avacadabra, and it hates Joshua Tanner. Why? Fucked if I know. There's... and Ashax Nordcraft. Oh, fuck, I hope I remember that name correctly. But, yeah, there's just some comments that I can't reply to. I'm just incapable of replying to them. Google won't let me. It's the stupidest thing, and it's one of those problems that we ended up having after the Google Plus integration. Now, I think if someone has a certain kind of account, I can't reply to them unless they're replying themselves to a different comment. Then I can reply to that comment and tag the first person. Oh, Google. Eric Schmidt, why do you hate me? Specifically. Not me, actually. You hate them. Because there are people who've asked questions to me and I'm like, I really wish I could reply to you, but apparently, no. Usually in that circumstance, I go and try and comment on that person's discussion page if they have a YouTube page, or message them directly to give them the answer. But some things slip through the cracks, especially when I get caught up. But if you have asked me a question in the comments, I do respond, or I try to at the very least, respond to absolutely all of those, but sometimes Google decides no. So check your Twitter if I have you on Twitter, check your messages and check your discussion page if there's a response that you're waiting on that I haven't given. At the same rate, if you do want a response in the future and you are one of the people that I mentioned specifically not being able to reply to, I don't know how to fix that, so you can, in the meantime, just comment and then I'll continue replying via message, or you can use Twitter. Twitter is... I know I keep saying Twitter, 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 and every single time I say Twitter, then it came up with my Twitter handle, @RhapsodyPlays. I know that's a bit whorish to do, but at the same time, it is the easiest way to get in contact with me and get an immediate response, because it's literally just a message that goes straight to my phone. Whereas a comment does go to my phone, but after it syncs with email, so after about 20 minutes, and then it's impossible to reply to because the Creator Studio on the mobile phone is not an incredibly great app. Next up, singing video update. Yeah, so a lot of people have been asking about the singing video recently. I did say at some point in the past, I did commit myself to the idea of, yeah, I'm gonna do a video where I sing, just no let's play, just me singing. I'll tell you what's in the way of that. Number one, I can't pick a song that I can adequately sing the whole way through. Number two, I really want to accompany myself. I don't want to put in backing track, especially because that'll fucking get me caught by copyright claims. But I don't want to, you know, use any other music. I'd like to accompany myself on one of those. Whoops. I put my thumb in front of the camera. I apologize sincerely from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, so I need time to learn the song on that after picking a song. I've picked a few songs and then I'm like, yeah, no, I don't have the range to do that song. Specifically, I was like, oh man, I'd really want to do Creep by Radiohead, but then I was like, that's a super somber song. Try saying that 10 times fast. And also, at the same rate, he ends the song, Tom York this is, the lead singer of Radiohead, ends the song in falsetto. Nope, not gonna work. I do not have a falsetto. My falsetto is probably below the range of normal human beings. So yeah, that's still coming. It'll come before I, you know, get into the new year and have an incredible amount of new commitments. But not just yet. Okay. this is the part that gets a little bit... Oh, no, wait, I'll move that to the end. Again, just changing the schedule on the fly. So, Jade Cocoon, I mentioned recently, in fact, I mentioned in the last episode that Jade Cocoon is... Well, not the last episode of Jade Cocoon, but the last vlog. That Jade Cocoon, it's very, very soon to be done. How soon is it to be done? Well, I recorded the last episode earlier today, and it should publish on the 25th, which is an incredible coincidence. Jade Cocoon will be... Why did I need to hiccup then? Jade Cocoon will be complete on Christmas. The Christmas gift. Okay, so immediately following that, Vanishing of Ethan Carter is going to be on the channel, but I have double-checked that now, and apparently it takes between 4 and 4.5 hours to complete if you are a competent human being, so we're going to take about 10 hours to complete that. After that, we've got Theme Park World. Why? Because nostalgia trips, that's why. That's why I played Jade Cocoon, that's why I played Hercules, it's why I want to play Doom 2 on the channel at some point, because Doom 2 was the first PC game I ever played in my gosh dang life. But Theme Park World is... It's just got this beautiful, childish, hilarious charm to it. If you're American, you might know it as Sin Theme Park, because fucking... It's the EA Bullfrog Theme Park World game, right? You'll be able to find it on Twitter, fuck, why am I saying Twitter? You'll be able to find it on Google or Wikipedia or something like that. It was called different things in different countries. Hopefully some of you played it as children as well, because holy shit, it was an amazing game, and it's... I'll be honest, I've spent like 2.5 days trying to get it to work, but I've gotten it to a form that I think will actually work for playing and recording. Considering it's a game that was released in 1999, that was no small task. Also, I didn't want to play the PS version because the PS version is gimped, neutered, and has a really shitty control system. Anyway, basically, that's gonna be the series after that, most likely, unless there's some game that comes out that like is announced and then comes out and I'm like, holy shit, I need to play that. Other games that are kind of on my list at the moment, Oddworld New and Tasty. If anyone's familiar with the Oddworld series, Abe's Odyssey, Abe's Exodus, Munch's Odyssey, Stranger's Wrath, you know, those types of games. If anyone's familiar with those types of games, first off, I love you. Secondly, Oddworld's inhabitants, the company led by the luscious Lorne Lanning, has teamed up with Just Add Water to make a remake of Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. The thing is, it was released on PS4 5 trillion years ago in July or June of 2014, so earlier this year. And they keep saying, oh man, get hyped for the PC release, oh yeah, that's still coming. When? Fuckers. I was really hoping for... I hate early exclusives. And like, just... I don't even think it was set up as an exclusive, I just think they made it for the PS4 and they're gonna have to port it, and I hope it's not a shitty port, because all of the current Oddworld games are... All of the current Oddworld games on Steam are shitty ports from other systems, they don't work well, or they're sub-optimally optimized. Real shame that. But that's something I'd like to play on the channel very soon. Far Cry Blood Dragon, did I mention that one first? Shit, there's a few others on the list. God dang, where did I put that list? I think like the most comprehensive list of games I want to play was, oh, no, right, here's another game. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses for PS2. That actually might happen before Theme Park World. I just remembered that I really want to play that. Oh, again, nostalgia boner. Brilliant. Anyway, I'm gonna not waste any more of your time. I realize I've gone on for about 15 fucking minutes already. So, all I'm gonna say at the very end is, this is an open request. I made this request in the first channel update video I made. Not the first weekly one, but the first one I made at all. If I can do question and answer video if there were questions. Feel free to submit questions for a question and answer video is basically what I'm saying, because I've gotten one so far. And that would be a good thing to be able to do next week, because Well, let's face it, there's probably not going to be this much news next week. Oh shit! That's right! Fuck, I think I put everything out of order. Okay, so this is the final part, the vloggy part. Yesterday night, I went to a concert. Now, I'm not usually one for live music, because there's people there, like large crowds of people, and they're like next to you, and their arms are touching you, and it's just like, it's just like their shoulders against you, and you're just like, no. I have often difficulty kind of like getting outside of my own head and just like spending time enjoying myself. It's why I'm not a huge fan of dancing at all or singing in public. For some reason, this arrangement, you, me, this microphone, that camera, for some reason this arrangement is perfectly fine by me. But yeah, usually not a huge fan of that, and I'm fairly socially anxious. So going to a concert, and especially going to a concert that actually brought me out of that, like the atmosphere was electric, and it was impossible not to just be part of, like, be fully present and like lose myself in the music and the crowd and the atmosphere. Oh, it was excellent. By the way, it was a Watsky concert for anyone that's concerned, or anyone that's aware of George Watsky and his works. If you aren't, fuck you. What the? You serious with me right now? You kidding, mate? Jesus. You having a laugh? You see that thing up there? The search box for YouTube. Type in Watsky. Go for it. He's a good one. Yeah, he's real good. And then he came out afterwards to do, like, signings. And I got him to sign a copy of his CD. Excellent. And then he came out to do pictures as well. And I got a picture. It's this one. It's the only good picture I got. The rest of them have lens flare out the wazoo. But you know what? If any picture had to survive, I'm glad it was this one. Oh man. That was a great night. It really was. I was so worried that I was going to come here and do a vlog with no voice, because we were like screaming all night. Oh, it was crazy. That's a really bad way to end a vlog, isn't it? My name has been Rhapsody, or Ryan if you'd prefer. I'm gonna be introducing myself as Ryan for these videos, because guess what? There's no character here. There's no character in the rest of the videos either, but I'm not specifically trying to make jokes or play games, and Rhapsody is a gamer tag. My name is Ryan. So yeah, I've been Ryan. This has been the second vlog. I might start editing these a bit more harshly because, well, it's 19 minutes of me saying all of the words that fit onto this page, so I could have just fucking read off, you know, HSA gap policy, requests are in it, right? I could have just read that off. It would have taken 30 seconds. You would have gotten the same amount of information. But still, hopefully you've been enjoying yourself regardless. If you did like the video, please click like, it does help. Okay, so this video particularly is only going to be interesting to anyone who's already following the channel, or anyone who's following me specifically, but it does bump it up in their subscriber feed, so they'll be able to see it. So do it for that reason, and for the reason that it makes me all warm and fuzzy inside. There's no playlists in the description, don't look. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself, and we'll see you next time.